I ain't seen it on the screen yet. Oh, there it is.
My count is accurate most of the time.
Hey, your count is not accurate, sir. I've seen when you tally up all of our stuff when we do our top tens, and yours is always on top, even though no one voted for it. So
That's
no,
true.
I cannot trust your count.
That's true. Remember the great Xbox game incident of 2023.
Oh,
But after that, chat, after Diz lied and pulled that bullshit, we'd like to welcome everybody to the show. On the far left of your screen is the Tool Man. On the far
Tool Man
right
Taylor.
of your screen.
Oh.
I mean, you're getting old enough to be that. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
On the far right of your screen is the man that likes to turn green out of nowhere for no reason.
Hi, everybody. I don't know what they're talking about, but you can pick up a shirt of that in the merch store if you want to.
I mean, he says that he doesn't know, chat, but I'm calling bullshit.
Oh no! Ah, I am Limon. It's not normally where I am. Where have you summoned Limon to? Limon will be live at 6 with local news, sports, and weather. Oh God!
You want to know a funny tidbit about that? Because it was in Super Retro Game Show, the source is named Zoom 2. Everywhere that I put you in any scene, your image is Zoom 2.
Zoom 2? Nice. I like it. Heck yeah.
I told you can show up randomly.
A little
anywhere,
behind the
chat.
scenes.
That's true. That's true. Apparently, he was ready to become the local news anchor of this show. Oh.
I have a topic. I have one that's going to mix things up and want to know if anybody has an issue with it. I've thought about moving Clan Diesel to over here where I am at and moving me over there where he is.
That way you can get a smile on your face when somebody hits that subscribe button.
No, that's not it. Because his microphone, you see his microphone there? It comes out from that side. So if I put you over here, it'll be touching the side of the screen and it'll look like it's coming from,
like it's not just coming out of the nether.
Like it's coming out of Buck's head, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, I mean, it's not physically connected to Buck right now. If you look,
it's not.
It just looks like there's some kind
there.
of interdimensional doorway through which my microphone is passing. Also, speaking of a microphone, actual incident that happened today.
Ooh, I could put a little portal there.
You could put a portal there. Just a legally distinct portal, not the portal that everyone's thinking of. Although we may be able to use it. I don't know. Call us, Gabe. Maybe Nerdacopia can have its own portal game.
We could be the robots.
There you go. We have to use the portal gun in order to retrieve cool retro games from crazy puzzle rooms set up by GLaDOS. It sells itself.
I love GLaDOS.
I would buy 10 of those right now. But anyway, yeah, true story that happened. So I had a meeting today. And during that meeting, I was on Zoom, like we are now, and I was using my microphone as one does to communicate over Zoom. And the Nutanix guy that we all know and love that Rob wants to murder because he put a loop on the network. I said, "Hey, how's everybody doing?" He goes, "Well, wait a minute. What?" He goes, "You have some kind of audio set here in late breaking weather report. Lamont senses rain in far western Kentucky. Showers may drift across state all night. Please go indoors or have boat."
I can confirm
Yep.
that it is raining over here.
There you go. So I'm like, he was like, "Are you on like a real microphone?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I could tell." He said, "You don't know this, but my degree is in sound engineering." He said, "But when I got out of school, everything went to digital, so nobody was hiring sound engineers anymore. So I had to do something else." So he went into IT. But he's like, "My degree and my passion is in sound engineering." He said, "I could tell you have a setup, don't you?" He goes, how do you have that? And I was like, "Well, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "What kind of microphone are you using?" And I told him, I was like, "I got this, and it runs into this. And I have a green screen and all that fun shit." And so that was like a 10-minute conversation during the meeting.
And now he's in chat.
And now, maybe, and now he's getting ready to drop 10 subs. This is 3 Old Men sponsored by Nutanix. But yeah, I thought that was funny.
I enjoyed it.
I did too. He's like, "You sound like you're on the radio." And I said, "Well, that's good. That's what I was going for." Now confirmed, my audio is okay.
Yeah. I told you that microphone, it freaked me out. Like when I put on the headphones and ran it straight in, I was like, "Oh my God, I can hear my voice." Like like I hear like every part of my voice. Like, holy
if
shit.
if I don't tune it right in the wave stuff, like I can hear Gibbers walk in the kitchen.
Look like it should be on the radio. Yeah.
That's my problem. I have a face for radio, but this unfortunately puts me on internet television. Maybe why our numbers are low. I think we would do better if I was a semi-naked VTuber.
Oh, so I have another question. Did your account get fixed? And nobody else knows what I'm talking about, I don't think.
I did get an email and they said, "Our backend engineers say that this should be working now. Please click the link." And I
engineers.
Yeah, the back end web engineers have been summoned. So I don't know. Hold on just a second. I will check live right now. I will check.
Ooh. So what has happened is we decided we wanted to get into the alpha of Ashes of Creation. Because we've been waiting on this game for like 5 years.
Forever.
And I was like, I'm willing to wait a little bit longer. And then people started streaming it and putting videos on TikTok. And I'm like, oh my God, this game looks so good. So then we decided, well, we've got a little bit of money in Nerdicopia. So we'll just maybe invest a little bit
I was
in
like,
some content.
It's a business expense.
It is. So, and that's all the motivation I needed. So I was like, let's do it.
Okay. So, update, still not working.
Okay. So what happens is, I have to give Clan my account so he can log in because he's got all the funds, right? So, and then he purchases it. Well, when he tries to log in on his account,
CFO,
it breaks your browser, like completely stops working, will not let you log in, and you can't log in with anybody else's until you at least delete your cookies on any computer. I've tried it on 3 computers. There's something wrong. His account is corrupted somehow.
I'm not trying to say anything, Rolly. You were talking the other night that your numbers went up after you switched to the Rolly VT thing, and it's because of your sexy ass avatar. Just what I heard around the grapevine. But yeah, so it's still not working. So I have emailed them back again saying still not working, and we'll shit Smite 2.
It was in chat, so I thought
it was
on the
chat.
TV.
You'll never guess who mentioned it.
Yeah.
So are you going to play Smite 2 when it comes out, Buck? Because I think the community wants you to.
I'll put it back up. We're actually going to talk about it.
The community, I've had a few people in my chat ask me if I was going to do that.
Those same people in our chat currently asking if you're
Yes.
going to do that.
Why everyone hate on Smite?
Well,
I don't
I was
hate on Smite. I just haven't
I
played
was
that much of it.
playing it on Xbox, and now I don't have the ability to play it on Xbox because I don't have the new Xbox. So if I do, it'll have to be PC.
Yeah.
And I've never played it on PC, so that'll take a minute to get everything figured out.
I would bet money that you can use a controller.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Is it cross-platform play?
Mm-hmm. Well, one was. I don't know if two is or not.
I would imagine two will be.
But I'm figuring it will, considering it's same people.
Series
You
X,
got the
One X, X Pro, X1.
Xbox Series X1 360 powered by Nvidia.com.
You know why I can't buy the new Xbox? Because I don't know which one it is, because they won't fucking name them anything logical.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. But if you want the new Xbox, chat, the answer is you will want an Xbox Series, either S or X.
Right.
Even though the Xbox One X was the last generation Xbox as well. So it's just Series X. Does that mean the next one's gonna be like Series Y? Are they gonna start being named after Teslas?
No, because they have the Series S right now, right?
Well, yeah, but the Series S is the cheaper model, and then
But
the
what's
Series
the S
X
stand
is
for?
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Shittier
It's all right.
components.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. No, that's not why I have an Xbox. It's because I can play all the Xbox games
On your PC.
on computer now. So
yes,
there's no need for me to buy it. The only reason I have a PS5 is because there's games I can't play on the PC, or at least at the
that's
time.
true.
Now you can
That's
play
true.
a lot of the games on PC.
They're getting better at it.
Yeah.
They're getting better at it.
I wouldn't have a Switch if I could play Zelda on my computer.
Yeah, 100%. I would not buy a Switch if they would just make like here's Tears of the Kingdom on PC.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world would be like,
thank you.
you.
That's not true, chat, because he wouldn't play Tears of the Kingdom regardless of what fucking thing it was.
No, I would do Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild can go fuck itself.
We tried to get you to play Tears that one night on that emulator that you had or whatever.
Yeah.
And you only made it through you didn't even get off the starting.
I've never been off the starting island.
Yeah.
I've never been off the starting island.
Damn. If we still had to buy all of our games and like physical copies, because I know you have to buy those. A lot of them. Well, I guess you don't have to. Probably you can download all the Switch games, but I still think you buy the Switch games.
I buy most of them. I've got a couple of them digital, but most of them I have.
If you had to buy all the games, we could have a cool game where we play. Is it in plastic still?
Oh yeah, I've got a couple of those.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild is one of those.
Yeah.
No, not Breath of the Wild. Tears is one of those. Yeah. Tears is one of those. Yeah. But it's took a little while longer for Japanese game companies to latch on to, oh, we can sell our games on PC as well.
So what do you think about like the Steam games saying that you don't actually own the game, you only own a license, which has always been the thing, but for some reason it just kind of came out like.
Well, that's because a law was passed in California.
Oh, that's why it came.
Yeah, California passed a law that stated that if you're only licensing something to someone, you have to specifically state in your terms of service and your purchase agreement that this is just for a license to use it. This does not mean that you own it forever or whatever. Because there's nothing physical, right? There's nothing you physically own. It's just a piece of software that you get a license key for.
Right.
Um, I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me at all. Um, I prefer getting my games on digital because if you're going to GameStop or Walmart or something and buying a game on disc, you're just buying, you know, a quick install. And most of the time, not even a quick install because there's still the day one patch you got to download. All of the game isn't on the disc itself. Like Call of Duty. If you went out and bought Call of Duty right now, Call of Duty cannot physically fit on that disc. It is impossible.
No.
So it's not a big deal to me, of the old games that I own, that I own, I have. It's a little bit different with those. But I switched over to digital in the PS3 era, so it doesn't really bother me very much. I don't have to worry about games getting scratched or lost or broken or something like that. So
So I like the physical games. I do. I
yeah,
like, even if there's nothing on them, I still want to like hold it and look at it. And I really wish it had like a book, like a booklet inside, so I could look at the
I do
pictures,
miss the
because
books.
we all know why I'm not reading it, but I can look at the pictures and the ads for the upcoming games and on the back
Not
of
wrong.
it, and
Yeah,
He likes the artwork.
I do miss the instruction manuals. Those were great.
mm,
Yeah. Do y'all miss the midnight GameStop releases? I do.
yeah, they still
I
do
miss.
those, by the way.
They did it for Call of Duty. The new Call of
Yeah,
Duty, they did a
it's
midnight
just
release.
not a party anymore.
That's true. It's y'all please get your shit and leave. Thank you. Um, but we were talking the other day. I do miss the midnight launches because it was an event, right? Over a big game or a console release, it was an event to be there. But I miss going and renting a movie or a game. I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
It's funny how you miss things after they're gone, but that's one of the things that I miss, is being like, I love having almost every movie I could ever want to watch available to me instantly. But there's something about going to the rental shop and looking to see if they have the game. Did anybody else get it before you? Calling in on a big release and reserving it so that you can go
Hey,
pick it
hey, do
up.
you got this video? No, but we got like two that are due in. Okay, when it comes
Yeah,
in, hold it for
exactly.
me.
Yeah, supposed to have one coming in. They should bring it in. If they don't bring it before, they get charged another charge. So they should bring it in. All right, I'll be there. Can you put it back for me? Yep. All that stuff. So I miss that.
Mm,
That's one of the things I miss.
yep, that was fun. And like I put it on the screen there, GOG versus Steam. GOG states that you own the game. You are buying a copy of the game, even if you uh, are not online or um, delete your account with GOG. You continue to have that game.
Yeah, GOG works a little bit different, but now they'll still have to put that in there because there's nothing, you still to access that game, you still have to sign in to their service to authenticate your license to
To
be able to
download it.
access that game. Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I've
I
never
mean,
used it. I've never like
there's
downloaded one from them yet. So,
the big thing with GOG is one, they have a lot of older games
mm-hmm.
that they'll put like an emulation wrapper around so that it'll work on a new machine. Two, they don't do DRM. All the games that are on GOG are DRM free.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about that. Also, another cool thing about GOG, owned by the company that makes the Witcher games.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a few games that are on GOG that are not on Steam or anywhere else that I can find, really.
Diablo 1 is one
Diablo
of them.
1, Hellfire,
Yep.
let's see, Neverwinter Nights 2.
Yep.
Neverwinter Nights you can get on Steam. Neverwinter Nights 2 you cannot. There's a few other like RPGs that they have that are not on Steam. So.
They have a lot of the old CRPGs from back in the day.
And I wonder how those work. You're saying that it's wrapped in like emulation, but
Mhm.
these were PC games. So is it emulating Windows
Well, it's
XP?
PC games, but it'll either yeah, they are. They'll either emulate like older versions of Windows, or they will like run in like a DOS box. So like with the older games, like original Doom and stuff, you could play, but
Carmen
it thinks it's running
Sandiego.
right. It thinks it's running in DOS. Listen, you laugh.
Raise your
If
hand if you
somebody
played Carmen
offered,
Sandiego on a 5 1/4 disc.
yes, sure the shit did.
Yes.
And Oregon Trail. Yep. Listen, if they offered a collection of Carmen Sandiego, I would buy it day one.
They'd wheel that computer into the classroom because we only had one to share with the entire school.
Yep.
And it had the
With-
5 1/4 actual floppy disk that you could flop.
Bringing into Flippy Floppy in that case of Flippy Floppies. And you hope that the disc worked.
What the fuck is
Put
5
it-
1/4 disc?
Oh my god.
Hold on, let me see if I can find you a picture here.
Baby, you'll have to put
I'm,
you'll have
I'm
to
not.
put 3 and a
hopefully-
half
I gotta
inch
make
disc
sure.
up next to it so that he can compare the two.
Yeah, I've got to make sure I spell everything right.
That's true.
Floppy disk.
What's a 5 1/4 dick?
Uh,
Hey, they have them available to be purchased on eBay.
Yeah, you can buy new 5 1/4 discs. Because people will do like old PC collectors and stuff. They'll copy the disc over stuff. But what a lot of people will do now is they will get a floppy drive emulator. And they'll use that. I know what a 5 1/4 disc is. Nice. Listen, I worked with a guy, love his heart. He may be in chat, but there was one time we found an external modem. And he didn't know what that was.
There's an image disc. It's even got an 8-inch in there.
got an 8-inch. Here, I found this one. I'll put
Well,
this
yeah,
one up
but
while
I'm
I'm
saying
looking.
it's got
while I
an
look
8,
at the
a
other.
5.25, and
That's a good image. Yep.
yeah.
There you go. There he is. The one on the left is a 5 1/4 disc.
Yeah.
Y'all remember zip drives?
I do. Yeah, I never had one.
Me either. Never had one. But I remember hooking a bunch of them up so people could do backups. Because each
Yeah.
disc was like 100 meg. And everybody thought that was the shit for like 20 years.
That was the shit.
It was. I can tell you boys some stuff.
You mentioned the Oregon Trail. How many times did you lose people to dysentery?
Oh, all the time. If you didn't lose somebody to dysentery, did you play Oregon Trail? And I didn't know until I was older.
Did you make the correct choice if you didn't get dysentery?
Exactly. And I didn't know until I got older that the hack for Oregon Trail was you pick the banker.
Because
The
they can
banker
bankroll you.
The banker starts with the most money and can buy the most supplies when you're starting out.
Uh-huh.
There's a hack for you right there.
Like the most ammo to shoot the animals you need to feed the fucking
So Myrtle can
trail.
go back there and fry up some rabbit on your way through.
Right by the mess of that rabbit there, Merle.
Exactly. They remade Oregon Trail not too long ago.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I have not played it since they remade it.
Dan's Gaming, I think, played it the day it came out. I was like, holy shit, they remade Oregon Trail. They added a bunch of stuff to it. Oregon Trail is super fun. Also, Carmen Sandiego, super fun.
Rolly says the new one's super fun because he never played the old one to see what the difference is.
Oh, well, there you go. I've not played the new one, but I would be willing to give it a shot.
Think about Rolly's age, Clan. He don't know nothing about no Oregon Trail.
He says he did play the old one. There you go. Rolly got cred.
I mean, Rolly says he's done a lot of
Yep,
things.
that's it. That's the new one.
That we have to Then we have a question
Nathaniel?
here.
The guy's name was Nathaniel.
Dan Thaniel. I think this may be Dan's gameplay. I don't know. Dan Thaniel.
Nathaniel. They are.
You got to do inventory management.
It looks so much different.
You can repair stuff. You got to actually go there and repair.
I'm gonna need. How do you walk
The
up to a deer
party
and shoot him with a
started-
fucking shotgun?
I mean,
Watch me play Once Human.
There are quite a few hunters that go hunting with shotgun. They use a slug instead of buckshot.
I shoot my deer with a machine gun. Actually, that's not true. I actually shoot mine with a crossbow because it's way more efficient.
If you watch me play 7 Days to Die, I shoot mine with a machine gun.
I have a machine gun in 7 Days to Die, but I don't have any way to make bullets. So,
do you not have a forge?
it's got the forge.
You just put lead and brass and clay in the forge clan, and that can make bullet tips and casings.
I'm still trying. I'm learning.
That's because you haven't asked me to come help you, except for watching you that one time.
I'm learnificated. It's a lot more fun learnificating.
Hey, I can just help you try not to die while you're learnificating.
Don't die. That is the first rule.
First rule of survival.
Survival. 100%.
Don't die. Yep.
Learned it in BFA from a very reliable sea goblin.
You know who didn't learn it?
Diz.
Everybody in the Shadowlands.
Oh,
No,
that's true because they're dead.
No, not everybody in the Shadowlands is dead.
Actually, now Shadowlands itself is dead.
Nope. We're going to play that on stream. I'm going to play through it.
Nice.
As I level before I head to War.
He's going to load into it and immediately get banned from WoW by Blizzard because he logged into Shadowlands. They're like, no one goes here.
You're a bot.
Exactly. Per Chris Metzen, no one is allowed in this abomination.
I'm going to take my goblin rogue through there.
Jesus.
You guys do anything
take
for
the goblin,
the holiday?
Goblin warlock, one of the two.
We did a couple trunk or treats throughout the last week or so, and then
Halloween.
The boy went to actual trick or treating tonight. So to do pretty good.
Let's see anything for the holiday. Well, Dungeon Mechanics conned me into taking my hat off and dressing up as my character for Tuesday's session. And then I spent most of the day today getting my truck tire replaced.
Heck yeah. Always fun.
Well, I've did the entire circuit of trick-or-treating and Halloween events, and also dressed up. So
I saw that.
I do not have little ones.
It's relative to this show too.
For trick or treating.
You went
dressed
as
up like an old man.
Also, warning for all those in the Eastern time zone, it's 49 minutes until Mariah Carey thaws.
Yep.
So be warned now. She will be thawing in 49 minutes.
Hey, I sent you that video, didn't I? About what happens with Mariah Carey this year? The Winchesters are on the hunt.
Why are they going after Mariah Carey?
Because it ain't fucking December, and Dean hates Christmas.
Listen, it's the way the calendar works now. You go you go October 31st, Halloween, November 1st, Christmas, until the end of the year.
Actually, get this. I don't know if y'all been to Walmart in the last week.
I have.
But I went in there on Monday night because I was going to find some face paint to get ready for Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Now keep in mind, that's 3 days before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
They have moved all of their Halloween stuff to the front door on
Clearance.
two little sides,
Mm-hmm.
all jumbled together, and all their Christmas shit is already out 3
Yep.
days before Halloween even started.
Yep.
So they don't even wait till Halloween. Walmart's
Oh,
like,
no.
no, we do Christmas before October even ends. I'm like,
Mhm.
good grief.
Oh yeah.
Thanksgiving don't even get a time frame in fucking Walmart.
Mm-mm.
It goes summer, Halloween, Christmas.
Yep.
Like it just jumps everything.
Thanksgiving is just pre-Black Friday.
Right? And Cyber Monday. Those are the only two things that it's for.
And now if you want to go to Walmart for Black Friday, it starts like November like the 8th or something, but you got to have Walmart Plus.
Yeah.
It's weird.
See, when I was little, I remember when, day after Christmas, mom would be like, we got to go. I've got to get all my Christmas stuff that I'm going to put out for Christmas next year, the day after Christmas, because it's all half off. We got to get new lights, new decorations, more wrapping paper, more tape, all this other shit. And when we walked into Walmart last year after Christmas, most of their shit was already packed up and sent to the back or was getting shipped out to be in storage until the next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what are you people doing? Everybody banks on the day after Christmas getting all this shit half off and emptying your store of all your Christmas shit. They're like, nope, we already got rid of it.
Yep.
I was like, damn.
Day after Christmas is for returns.
Right?
Yeah.
Mom used to go in, get 2 shopping carts full of Christmas shit and only pay half of what it was worth. And I was like, we're going to be in here forever.
My mom and her lady friends would load up at like 2 or 3 in the morning
Mm-hmm.
the day after Thanksgiving, and they were gone all day to like 2 or 3 the next morning. Come back with a bunch of shopping that they've done, and then they would go again the day after Christmas to do returns and shop some more because usually there was somebody having an after Christmas sale or something.
See, I never did the after Thanksgiving thing because that was prime hunting season. We ate Thanksgiving, we went to bed, we got up at 3 in the fucking morning and we were gone. Mom went and done whatever she wanted to, but me, dad, and my brothers, we were out in the woods.
My brothers and my dad would go Thanksgiving morning.
Yep. Hey, they got us out of the house while she's cooking. We can't be accused of being in her way if we're out in the woods while mom's getting getting the meal ready.
All right. I may have found proof that Buck has the top of his head.
No shit. Don't tell me you went and searched for that shit with Dungeon Mechanics.
I found it.
Ah, look at there.
I got him with his eyes closed though.
The top
When I
of his
snipped
skull.
it.
The top of his skull does exist.
Hey, that's a pretty good hairline. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm just saying it matches my character's model.
Yeah.
I've had this hairline for a very long time. And as you can see, it's not really receding. It's still right here. My grandfather had a full head of hair all the way up to the day he died. My dad started losing his hair when he was 30 years old. I was like, well, as long as I'm between the two of y'all, I'm good.
There you go. I've got two little news things real quick. So,
Good news or bad news?
well, the first one is kind of bad news,
Okay, let's hear the bad news first.
and then the second one is kind of good news. So, the bad news is that sure that some of you are familiar with a little game called Nightingale.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
All right. So, and you know they had their big update and everything, right?
Yeah. Rebuild the Realms, Part 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the maker of Nightingale, Inflection Games, has two studios. They have a studio in Canada and a studio in the UK. They announced, I think it was yesterday, that they, despite trying a bunch, Nightingale has not been a commercial success in early access. And due to that, they've had to make some cuts. So they are going to be restructuring their Canadian office. They are closing their UK office. But they were saying, don't worry, Realm Walkers. Development of Nightingale continues just out of the Canadian office. And there'll be further updates to early access.
There's a reason it didn't go so well. I mean, there's a few reasons, but one major one. You can't get to fucking Nightingale.
That would be a problem. That'd be a
Yep.
problem. I
If
saw a
the
bunch of
game is named that and you're told the entire time you're looking for it and you in the game went to every realm and they go, oh, by the way, we can't open the gate to Nightingale. Well, that's a problem.
that is a problem. I agree with
If
you.
I'm trying to get to
100%.
this place, it should be in this game.
That is true. That is true. There were a lot of people saying that they should have held off on EA access until they implemented the change they just did.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people say that change was a very welcome change.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
let's
they
talk about
changed
that.
so much.
Is early access a bad thing for these games?
Early access is a nice way of saying player financed.
So some
I think it's a
games,
big risk.
some
Well, it
games
is.
work out well. Ark, prime example.
Yeah.
That one went early access, game preview, all that shit, and it soared. Like it met their expectations and blew it out of the water. But even with the terrain glitching and some of the issues with Evolved, they kept working on it in a timely manner. Nightingale didn't. They made their early access. They pretty much done little tweaks here and there, but nothing major happened until now. By what's on the screen.
Yep.
And that was months after this thing launched. Like half a year after this thing launched. Ark didn't do that. Ark, as soon as we launched into the island and they started getting feedback, they started working on it.
Yeah, but Ark is also backed by a Chinese studio.
Well, right, but I'm just saying,
Isn't it?
like we're discussing though the early access, is it good or bad? On some cases, it's good. On some cases, it's bad.
Yeah.
If you
And
are,
some-
if you don't have the financial or the team behind it to address the issues in early access,
Yeah.
like 7 days, it was early access slash alpha for 21 test runs before they brought this sucker out in full force.
Yeah, it's hard to tell these days what is early access and what is not. Just we're going to put it out there and see how well it sells.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to say that
Mhm.
it's out yet. See, like Nightingale, I think was true early access. I think PAX Day is true early access. I think Ark and 7 Day was just like we're going to put it out here and see what happens. If it
It's
doesn't
PAX
sell
Day.
well, then we can say that, well, it was early access and we're going to go to the drawing board. Same with 7 Days. I mean, 7 Days was out for 10 years
Mhm.
before it went to 1.0. I mean, come on, man. Your
It
game was
was
released 10 years ago. The
It
1.0
was
was you
even on
updated the engine.
Xbox. It was even on Xbox until the company that was maintaining Xbox said "fuck it" and walked out the door
Yep.
and took the rights with them, and they had to fight to get that back.
Yeah.
With PAX
I
Day,
think
they did early access here, and it was fun for just like a minute playing it. But then once I got so far into it, it was like there's nothing here.
it was a real job.
But there is something there because there are some dungeons that we didn't get to experience.
Mhm.
There was this huge gap that they needed to fill with some type of activities to get you from where we were to dungeon ready, and it just
PAX,
didn't exist.
PAX Day's early access was two things. One, they needed actual player data for the game to fix mechanics and things like that. That's why they completely rebuilt the fighting engine now. Apparently, it's completely different than when we played it. I think it's
That's
getting another
interesting.
update on November 5th. November 5th is the huge, it's basically the PAX Day rebuilt.
A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what it is, basically. But I think it's also that studio needed money, and a good way to raise money is to put your game out in early access and charge for it.
Yeah.
Don't do the free beta or whatever. Just say, hey, you can access our game. It's got really cool things and you can access it. But to do it, you need to pay this much money. But if you pay for it, then you get the game. You're pre-buying the game. And I think that's just a way to get that much needed money to
But
continue development of the
for
game.
PAX Day, after you got to like level 10 in any job, it was watch paint dry simulator.
100%.
Yep.
Because the times were so horrible after
Well,
you
yeah.
got to level 10 on any job that is like, fuck, there's like
Well, I
3
mean,
hours before I can even do anything else.
well, yeah. I mean, it was literally, I would log in and I would go to my little spot that I go to gather iron. And I would gather iron for like an hour. I know, Luki, it's horrible. And then, get all the iron that I could, drop everything else but the iron and the food I was using to move fast. And so that everything couldn't one shot me. Then I would run back out, hopefully I had a teleport ready so I could teleport back home, go in, put my iron in storage, then go chop wood so that I had enough wood to put in the furnace to smelt the iron. So then I would take the finished iron out and go to my blacksmith thing and start trying to level up my blacksmith skill so I can make the tools and stuff that we needed at the time. It was, like I said, literally a full-time job. We would log in and like for 8 hours a day, just that. And it's like, okay, well, I ran out of stuff. Time to go farm again. So that I can do that. So but that's why the game dropped from like, thousands of people playing it to, I think the other day it was like 300.
Yeah. And I'm
playing
surprised
the
300
entire
people are
game.
playing it.
Me too. I mean, you remember walking around, seeing the huge towns that people had built and the castles and stuff like that.
So with so many games just being pumped out, when you make this bad first impression, is that worth the risk? Because now, we got a raid.
We got a raid. Lady Chaotic coming in with the raid. Thanks, lady. You're the best.
Thank you for the raid. I think they've been playing Phasmophobia over there,
I think they have.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
I saw you playing it. It looks like the Halloween little event is scary. Like it's a lot different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it looks like there's like demonic altars and weird scribbles on the walls and stuff like that. It's really cool looking.
I like that video on TikTok about Phasmophobia where it's all the comments about the
reviews?
game, the Steam reviews.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. That is one of my favorites.
Chat told on me. Look, I did a shout out. Look what chat told on me about.
Shout out Lady Chaotic.
It says I'm a raider from Lady Chaotix. It told on me.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at there. Look at there.
I had both of y'all up, but you know, it's what it is.
Buck can multitask like that.
Yep. There you go. Hey, I had her up in a tab. It's just the
I
tab
know,
is
see?
muted.
Yours says Raider also.
No. Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Y'all just don't understand when all
Mediocre
the
streamers
people,
in Appalachia don't want you to know this secret.
when I have like 5 people, for example, that I mod for or that are part of, you know, D&D or whatever,
That
and
is
I
true,
have all
Rolly,
their
you're right.
tabs up. Like my whole desktop is like tab of Twitch, and I'm having to like jump between them as I'm listening to see if there's something I need to address.
Yep. Yep.
And Clan hates hearing himself double, so I have, you know, I even have Nerdacopia Networks on right now, volume wise, so I can hear what all's going on.
Yeah, I can't even, I don't have my monitor even going to my headphones.
So
I
what
can't
we were
stand
talking
that.
about, we've gone off on a little bit of a tangent. We were talking about Nightingale, but we were talking about early access games. Whether it was worth the risk putting them out there. And where we were at right now is my take on like PAX Day was that when I played it, it was fun at first, but then it kind of dropped off. And because they weren't quick to do updates to the early access game, now me and a lot of other players have stopped playing that game. And because there's so many games that just get pumped out, bam, 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 you know, right and left, you don't have time to play them all. Is it worth the risk? Because now there's a chance that we'll just be playing Ashes of Creation, and we'll maybe never go back to play PAX Day.
So my thought is, with it's early access is a nice little name for everything, but it's, you're releasing. If you're going out early access, you're releasing. That is going to be the first impression that a user has of your game. And so
there was a segment earlier where we talked about Halloween.
We did talk about Halloween a little bit. Not a lot. We didn't. Well, we found out Diz dressed up the other day for Halloween as an old man. Buck dressed up for his D&D over on Dungeon Mechanics.
Yeah, lady was there and saw the fact I didn't have on my hat.
And then we also discussed how I didn't need a mask. I was scary enough just as is.
We also talked about 5 1/4 inch floppies.
We did talk about 5 1/4 inch floppies. That is true. We did.
That is the average.
But it was about Oregon Trail discs, not other things, you sickos.
The Oregon Trail. I know what you're talking about.
It is in Oregon. I mean, what?
Oh my.
See, tangents. We're talking about Halloween stuff and we tangent.
I mean, the Halloween cakes, like Christmas
tree cakes. That's what we're supposed to do. There is. There's 2 different types that were out by Little Debbie. You had the ones that look like zebra cakes that had the orange and black sprinkles on them. It was a white cake.
But that was like the fall cake.
And then you had the pumpkin one.
Have you played Dark and Darker? No, we've not played Dark and Darker. We've talked about it before.
I've watched some videos on it.
We were going to play it, and then they took it out of early access or whatever, and so we've not played it since they actually released the game.
it's still like free to play, right? So
It is free to play, yes.
Yeah.
But like we were actually going to play it in like beta or whatever, and then they took it away for a while.
I think
of
I
a
may
legal
have even
issue.
installed it and
We did.
got into a couple little games there, but I didn't know what I was doing. But we didn't really actually like play any amount of time.
I have noticed someone playing Dark and Darker a
Who
little
would
bit.
that be?
I don't know, not naming names, but their name may rhyme with Shady Mahotic.
Also, why did my voice get so high when I said that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who could that be? Was you trying to channel Church Lady?
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. I wonder who's been playing Dark and Darker. Who could it be? Satan? Been playing and it's kind of dope. So are you stating right now for factuals here on the internet that you recommend that we play Dark and Darker? Not to be confused with Dark and Light.
Which both of you wish they would bring back and remaster.
Did you just put up a picture of Glow Ball?
See, I told you that there was
Halloween
some
snacks.
Halloween
I've
snacks.
never even seen this before, but this is horrible.
D&D Tarkov.
It's D&D Tarkov. Satan, damn. Yeah. Speaking of Satan, here's Hostess Glow Balls, clearly inspired by the Dark Lord himself.
It's got coconut on it.
Well, it's a listen. I don't mean to say this, and I'm sorry, chat. I apologize. But has anybody here got an older mother or a grandmother and the little coconut covered cakes? You know, like they talk about in Zombieland, the snowballs. Have they ever once called them titties?
You're one of those titty cakes?
Yes, because I know a bunch of old ladies that would say, "Will you go next time you go to the store? Will you buy a pack of those titty cakes?" Well, I don't know.
I'm just sending him all the images.
The Spanish
equivalent
equivalent
that he doesn't understand is out there.
But did she ever called it whatever that is in Spanish? I don't know. Miss Betancourt did not teach me how to say titty in Spanish. Oh. Okay, pumpkin spice rolls, those are nasty. Pumpkin delights.
Oh, I should have just sent this.
I don't know
this
about
covers
that.
all of them.
Pumpkin brownie can fuck right off because listen, Little Debbie brownies are weird. They're not brownies.
But you asked if they
They're
had
extruded
Halloween stuff.
Chocolate something. I don't know.
You asked if they had Halloween stuff. They do. They even have little bats.
Well, those are called fall cakes, so you can't count them as Halloween. They should just say Halloween cakes.
They even have
So we've
tree
got
cakes.
brownie pumpkins.
I've never seen fall tree cakes.
Bat brownies, which I think is where COVID came from. Fall tree cakes.
Yes, 100%. I've never seen the
Pumpkin delight,
chocolate fall party cakes or the fall tree cakes. Little Debbie brownies should be illegal. I'm pretty sure they are in every country in the world except America.
I don't mean to speak for Clan Diesel, but I will. We will play with you on Dark and Light. So
not Dark and Light, it's Dark and Darker.
Dark and Light.
No matter how much you wish, you can't bring it back.
You cannot will it back into existence.
They took our pork
Dark and Darker.
And Dark and Darker. Pork chopasauruses and art.
But if you want to play Dark and Light, we can play that too. It's still early access.
No, it's not.
It will always be early access.
That's true. It will always
in
be
my
early
heart.
access. Yep. Yeah. That's how you know we're living in the bad timeline. It's because Dark and Light isn't actually a functioning game anymore.
Yep.
You can still buy a server for it though.
Why would
I
you
don't
do
know
that?
why. That should be illegal, but it's still there. Yeah, we'll try it out. I'll download it. I don't care. Speaking of downloads, this is important. This is super duper important. You can pre-download Monster Hunter Wilds open beta on Steam and Xbox right now. The game actually goes live, I think, now. I think the game is live now. So you can play it right now. It's very important you do that because Monster Hunter is a good game. You should play it. It's awesome.
I told you
There
what
you
would make Monster Hunter a good game for me.
What?
I don't know if you remember. It feels
No.
very like arcade game style. Like
Mhm.
when I played it, they should have really leaned into that and went fully into that. Like had everything pop up on the screen. I was like,
You don't like things popping
here's
up on
all
your screen. That's
I know.
That's what
If you're
you
gonna
bitch
fucking do it,
about
do it.
14.
If you're gonna
Like,
do it,
this game says
just go for it.
congratulations. This game's horrible. This
It
game
did,
said
it
I
did.
leveled up. This game is horrible. And now you're like, this game should tell me I did stuff.
Exactly. You shouldn't go halfway like Final Fantasy does. It's like,
Oh
we're gonna
my
be
God.
we're gonna be the serious MMO, and it's like, you
Oh my
did it.
God.
Congratulations.
Oh
You
my
get a
God.
gold
This guy.
star. Now
This
you're
guy.
a fucking bard.
Everything goes back to the Bard thing. But you know what? You can still play 14, unlike Dark and Light.
You,
I
you
can
know
still
what?
play
Though,
Dark and
friend?
Light.
He's still hung up on the fact that the archer becomes a bard, but he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
always hang up on the rogue's class trainer, which means he must like him more than being a bard.
They ain't nobody likes that guy.
I would take Jack, and that's how I'm pronouncing his name. I would take
Yeah.
Jack over the fucking bard.
God,
9
that's
times
bad.
out of 7 days.
You know why
That's
he
bad.
would? You know why he would, chat? Because Diz doesn't read that shit. So every time he's talking, Diz is just clicking through until it's over, and then he goes.
You
and
can't
does
read the
his
fuck what
mission.
he's saying.
You can't. It's literally incognito, and you cannot understand a word of it. Also, check out our new game from Nerdocopia Networks Publishing, 9 Days to Bard, where you must survive in a world where on every 9th day you're forced to become a bard.
In a world where everyone turns to a bard on the 9th day.
But yeah. All right. That was the thing about that. Okay. In other news, the good news is the game came out today.
Mhm.
Dragon Age, the Velguard, the
Yes.
4th game in the series. It's been 10
Mhm.
years since the last game, Inquisition.
Mhm.
Dragon Age Velguard came out today, and it's doing well.
So you say
Which
it's
is
doing
good.
well, but the only news I heard about it was from a very particular streamer by the name of Asmongold, who just got back from being banned.
Who just got back from being banned, yeah.
And I was watching him talk about it, and I was like, he makes a pretty good point here about well, he had just like he pulled up a video where it was comparing like the dialogue in that game versus the dialogue in some anime, which I didn't know what the
Yep.
anime was, of course. But he's like, the
We're
anime is
trying
so
to get
much
him
better
through
than
SAO
this.
chat. We're trying.
And I was like, sure. And the dialogue was kind of cheesy in the game. It didn't feel like a Dragon Age game. It felt almost like it was trying to be a Fable game almost. in that one scene. But I don't know. Apparently a lot of people like it, you say?
Well, it is at 76% positive reviews on Steam right now. It has become It beat the concurrent player count for Inquisition on Steam by 500% in the first hour that it was available. There are currently 53,000 people playing it. There was a peak today on launch day of 70,414 people playing. That is just Steam. And it is it beat out Call of Duty Black Ops 6 as Steam's #1 game for the day.
Interesting.
So it also beat out Star Wars Jedi Survivor to be EA's best-selling game on launch day ever.
I really like the Dragon Age games, but this one doesn't seem like a Dragon Age game. It seems like a different game that they just named Dragon Age. But I haven't saw a lot of videos. I just saw a few. It doesn't feel as dark as the other games are.
Well, I mean, you have one of your former party members trying to destroy the world.
In this
That's how
game,
that's how the game starts.
maybe I've only got it from like information from one streamer at the and maybe like one video.
000 buck asked me, why does
Yeah.
Dr. Diz hate
Some people
going
were
from
complaining
Archer to
about the
Bard
game
in
being
Final
woke.
Fantasy XIV? Dr. Diz likely loathes the transition from Archer to Bard in Final Fantasy XIV because it requires a shift in playstyle. As an Archer, one focuses on dealing direct damage from afar, whereas a Bard must also manage support abilities and buffs for the party. This change can be frustrating for those who prefer a more straightforward damage-dealing role, especially if they dislike juggling multiple tasks. Adapt, overcome, and conquer the challenges of Eorzea.
So not
Fuck
not
you
too
right a
terribly
lot.
wrong there. But the problem is that it pulls the rug out from under you. You're playing one thing, and then all of a sudden it's like you're gonna play this other thing, and I'm like, well, maybe I didn't want to play that. I
I
want
like
to play
Halo
that.
5, where you think you're buying one game and it ends up being completely different.
Yeah, you think you're actually going to learn more about what happened from Halo 4, and you don't.
You don't. You just
And you think
completely
there's going to
skips
be
over
a
it.
massive fight scene,
And then there's not.
and there's not.
Yep.
And then Halo 6 comes out, and you're like, well, this one will be better. And it's not.
It's not.
It is
No.
not. No.
And everybody
And
agrees with you.
Then you think they're going to give it to a new studio because the old studio can't make a Halo game anymore, and they don't. They just change its name so everybody thinks it's different.
But they are going to
Yeah,
put
I
it
mean-
on Unreal Engine, so
They are going to put it on Unreal Engine, which I think is a good step forward.
Did y'all happen to see, though, mentioning Halo, the trunk or treat where somebody took a Tesla truck, mounted a Gatling gun in the
Mhm.
back of it,
Made it a
and then
Warthog.
dressed up as Master Chief to give out candy? I was like, well, that's about the closest thing you're going to get to a Warthog. Unless you
true.
actually make one.
That's true. Warthogs be electric.
I feel like a Warthog is just going to be a combination if we made one
here's
of a
here's the
dune
Dragon
buggy
Age.
and an old Humvee.
Graphics look good. I mean, that kind of looks dark and demented like the other games.
There's always some dark stuff in Dragon Age. Like it has to.
I mean,
be.
there are.
Like,
I
it's
mean,
re-
it has
it's
to. If
required.
it's not,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
required.
a Dragon Age game.
Exactly. Like there's some dark stuff in there. It has to be. It's like you think things are bad now. Hold on a minute.
There's a dragon.
There's a
So,
dragon.
Confirmed.
Yep. There's a dragon of age. So there we go. Dragon Age confirmed. Yeah. I'll be checking that out at some point. I really like the Dragon Age games.
I mean, when?
I don't. Like I said, if game developers could take like a year off, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. Also, speaking of early
Oh, I like
access
that-
and games and cool
spellcasting.
things,
You
Yep, the
petrified him right
spellcast.
there. That's
Yep.
pretty.
Enshrouded's getting an update on November 5th.
Yeah, well, I saw something about that. I didn't know when it was.
Yeah, the next big update happens November 5th.
I don't know if I'm going to play Enshrouded again until it goes full release, but I will play it then.
Yeah, 100%.
Its early access was good, even like
Yep.
the little bit that we got.
They did early access right. Some
Oh,
games
that-
do. They just nail it, and some
Rogue
don't.
was murder people.
Well, I mean, that's like Valheim. We all decided we weren't going to
Okay,
play it
okay.
again until it fully releases.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yep.
just can't.
Valheim was so
Pointless.
good. They were good. They were good. Like I said, some people just
then-
hit it, man.
And then
Now, I can see why
Battalion and
this
them
game
can't-
is selling
can't
so
do
well.
the other.
This looks really good
Mm-hmm.
in comparison to what I was shown earlier today when I
Yeah.
was watching that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, when you watch him though, he only shows the half-ass side that he wants to bitch about. He doesn't show the whole thing, even about WoW.
Well, I mean, he's just responding to somebody else's video.
Yeah, that's
Right,
all he was
but-
doing.
Is what he's doing. Yeah.
But he also does it when he's complaining about WoW. He isn't showing all aspects of it, only the parts that he wants to complain about.
So you can pre-order it right now, or did it
no, it's
actually come out?
released.
Okay,
It actually came out today. Yeah, you can get it. You can buy it on Steam. You
I'll
don't have
probably
to have the EA
wait.
client,
I'll probably
Or
wait
you-
because it'll probably drop in price at some point. Then I'll just get it.
maybe.
won't
Or if you're feeling froggy, you can pay the fee for EA Pro and get the stupid cool version,
Yeah, probably not.
and just pay the monthly fee.
Yeah, I'm not.
I never played.
I already
any
have
of
too
them.
many
I
subscriptions.
wanted to get them, but I had other games that I was playing at the time. So I couldn't jump into this one without playing the 3 before it.
You don't have to.
What's this
Helps,
Guilty
but you
Gear
don't have to.
Strive? I've never played any of the
Is that a
Guilty
fighting
Gear
game?
games. I don't know.
Is it a fighting game? I've never played any of the Guilty Gear games either.
I mean, jumping into 4 is like trying to jump into Gears 4 and you don't know what the fuck happened before then.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Gear Strive.
It's only $20.
It's true.
On
So it
sale.
is by Arc System Works. So it
I don't
would
think
be.
it came out. It came
It's
out
like an
in
anime.
a long
but
time
it-
ago.
Yep.
It's just on sale.
It's on sale. It looks like there is a season 4 pass.
Like an anime game. You would like it, right?
I mean, possible. It's possible. I do like.
It's a
the
fighting game.
Animes. Yep, it's an anime fighting game.
Yeah.
Made by Arc
Punch.
System Works.
You punch one of the characters and then they monologue about it and a tear runs down their cheek. And then the
Speaking
fight
of
continues.
Valheim,
It is a
it's got
it
an
is a
update right now.
possibility. Yep, the Swamp Witch or something
Mhm.
update. Valheim.
But I miss getting to sail the high seas and spear serpents and watch the boat get dragged across the ocean.
Have
while
the
we're trying to
wolves
kill
on
that
land
fucker.
get in the water and swim to you and start attacking you in the water.
Climb up on the boat. You're like,
Yeah.
well, you know what? They'll probably just sink to the bottom or something. They can't get up here. No. These
No.
motherfuckers swim to the boat and get you.
Yeah. They're a better swimmer than you are.
Mhm. Hey, at least we found out that if you die on the water, you can go back and get your body because your totem floats to the surface instead of sinking to the bottom.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was good on them for doing that. You know, there was some early tests where that didn't happen, and they were like,
No, yeah,
need
and
to- we
somebody's
need
like,
to
you know
fix
what
this."
shit I lost because of you and those
Yeah.
damn wolves?
Exactly. They're like, you know what? We need to fix that. This is bad.
That the wolf on the shore makes me think of that little clip where it's like oh,
Mm.
Oh man.
I hope that they fix the totem issue.
I mean, apparently they fixed a lot.
Because when I put all those totems down to keep everything from being able to just walk right into the base, and then I had to wait till each one of you fuckers logged on that was in the tribe, and then go deactivate, and then let y'all touch it, just so y'all could get out the gate. I feel like that needs to be changed just a little bit.
Agreed.
Because that was too much extra work just to get the freaking not portal, but the security system put up in that fucking town.
Agreed. That was a little much. I'll agree with you there.
But we had such a portal network.
Mhm.
Stargate
Yeah.
Command was awesome.
that's what PAX Day needs. Portals.
Yeah. 100%.
I would definitely make a use one of my 4 plots to make Stargate Command and PAX Day if they gave us portals.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we lose all of our plots in the new update because your plot may be in water now because they changed the map.
Yeah. But if we're getting back into that at some point, we need to find a flat enough spot that we can put all 7 plots down and link them together, and then I can make a decent sized fucking village.
I would say that come November 5th, um, the world is your oyster. I would imagine.
Because I have no problem engineering buildings. Like when I first joined y'all, this is the building I'm trying to make, but it's not working out right. Just let me get my construction up. I got this. It's just like Valheim's construction.
Mhm.
I'll get this. I mean, y'all watch me build on Ark all the time,
Yeah.
and no base looks the same. So I have no problem building. I just need enough terrain to do so. Off the side of a cliff is not the best place to have our buildings. I'm just saying.
Good view though.
I mean, until they started building that church or whatever down in the valley and taking all the ore resources. That was some bullshit.
That was the Latter Day Saints, but it was DEI.
Hmm.
He called them Latter Day Saints because they built ladders. During the day.
But the big reason that I said we need a lot of land to hook them together is so we don't have that issue like we had with my armory when that person had their plot and took it away, and then it cut my building's corner off, and I had to shorten it just to have the walls.
True.
What I liked about that game the most is when me and Timmy went out and started like talking to all the neighbors. We were like doing like politicking almost, like just getting to know the neighbors and trying to
Tim was
form
the
like
ambassador.
alliances. It was amazing.
Yeah.
He
Remember
was
when we met
doing
those players?
like most of the talking, and I was just standing there like his muscle or something. Just
Remember when we met those one players and they helped us
Yeah.
out, and then we used magic? Like, where'd you get that?
yeah. Where'd you get that magic?
Yeah. How'd you get the magic?
I'm out here with just a regular old spear killing bears, and Diz is like, I need bear pelt. I was like, hang on, let me finish killing this one. He's like, how the fuck are you killing that thing with just a spear and not even taking damage? But like, come up here, I'll show you.
The trick, chat, was to get the bear stuck in a tree.
And see, I
Yes.
didn't really like having to glitch him that way. That's what we had to do
Yeah.
because we
Yeah,
had to
because
have
we
those
were not
pelts.
geared. We were not geared to fight them at the start.
I don't know that you can.
You're not
be
geared to do
geared.
anything at the start. There is no gearing at the start. Apparently, after the update, there will be. Apparently, that is better, and the pelting stuff is better.
The grind
yeah.
was too intense.
It was too grindy.
And I like grindy, but not that grindy.
It was not respectful of your time.
It's one thing for me to spend,
Not respectful.
mentally
fair.
plan. I'm gonna waste a lot of hours going and getting resources, but it's a whole nother
You know
thing
what
to have
that
to
word
waste
means.
even more time just to watch it create itself in one of our workstations.
Now I want to go back to the 5 1/4 floppy thing.
Clint, you've
Yes, the
almost
5 1/4.
almost made me spit out my drink twice. This
What did
episode.
I do?
You can catch me as soon as I take a drink. You say something. It's just like, oh,
Destiny was too grindy. There are parts of Destiny that were very grindy. Yes,
The artifacts.
parts of Destiny are very. Oh, but tomorrow mobile Destiny launches.
Oh Jesus.
The beta for mobile Destiny, but it's Destiny not made by Bungie.
Oh good Lord.
So will it be good? That's the test. Tomorrow at noon we find out.
Let me know how that works for you, Clan.
Oh, I'm not playing it. I'm
not going there.
Yeah, I did not get invited to the play test, but other people did, and they're going to be playing it tomorrow at noon. Everybody's hoping that maybe it'll be better. Probably has way cooler moves. You boys working on Tuesday? Yes. Yes. We don't get off for erection day.
no.
No, we get to
Wait, you don't get off during erection day?
no, we don't get off for erection day.
That's how you get blue balls.
That is true. Democratic blue balls, sir.
I mean, if they're red, you may want to go see the doctor.
No, my wife is off both Monday and Tuesday for election day. So,
Must be nice. You're in the wrong job.
I know, right? In the evening, I could do at like 6:30, maybe 7 on Tuesday. On Tuesday,
I will not be able to partake on Tuesday because I have D&D on Tuesday.
yeah, they ain't no, yeah. I would not adding another D&D game.
I was not adding. I was already a part of it. It's just now getting back in gear.
I have
like
reached
it used
my
to.
D&D quota.
All right. Well, it is after the midnight, so
Are you letting it all hang out, Buck?
Always.
Yeah.
time to tuck it all back in. So,
Nope. That ain't happening. I'm getting prepped for
So-
erection day.
You'd watch the show more if Russ would get a background. We'll see about doing that.
That blurred screen of his.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
You used to have it unblurred, and you could see the deer head and the
Yeah, the
fish on
deer
the
head.
wall.
Yep. Yep.
Or his bed before he moved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Before we moved, yeah, it's bad.
All right. So, Buck, you doing some more streaming tomorrow?
Yep. Yep. I will be streaming tomorrow. Be doing some 7 Days to Die tomorrow. We're
It's that
we got a blood
tomorrow.
moon tomorrow.
That's not right.
I know. I'm sorry. My
But
finger
yeah,
hit the enter button before I was ready.
Yeah, wrong name for sure. I got 2 names.
Follow
I
Double
fixed it.
Hot Buck with 1K also.
Yeah, I mean he may be
Give
all
him a
right. We
follow.
don't know. You know, he's not
But,
doing anything apparently.
But yeah, I've got a blood moon tomorrow. We got to finish the day we're on, and then the next morning will be blood moon. So I've got to finish prepping the horde base
There you go.
because I'm already seeing demos during my horde nights.
Just use a barn.
I'm using a church.
I'm just saying, I used a barn on the first horde night. It was great.
I bet you won't use a barn on a demo night.
I don't even know what that is.
The demos, the biggest zombies in the game that have a C4 charge strapped to the right side of their chest, and if you shoot it, they explode.
I've not seen that.
You've seen it when I've been playing. We pull
I've
out
not
the
seen it in my
M60.
game.
We pull out the M60 with armor piercing rounds and put his butt down as soon as possible. But then, after we do that on Friday, we got EDAR on Saturday. And we're going to figure out where y'all are headed.
Straight to hell.
But
House of Drags.
this session is going to be death and dismemberment.
Smith's going to be there.
D&D. Because no one said that D&D always had to stand for Dungeons and Dragons.
Stands for dark and darker.
Nope, stands for death and dismemberment.
Dicks and doll hairs.
D&D. It stands for split the party.
I mean, that's valid, 100%. But then on, let's see, let's check the schedule, make sure I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Yeah, so we should be good. So on Monday and Tuesday, we playing Arch Survival Ascended, and I'm gonna work on getting my rock drakes where I need them because I'm gonna need them to get around the map a lot better and tear some shit up. But we're doing some breeding of rock drakes on Monday. I got a
18
level
plus stream chat.
I mean, mine always is. But I got a level 170 male and a level 180 female. And we're going to see what we can get out of them two. And then on Wednesday, because I don't have anything as right now interrupting it, we're playing WoW. And we're going to attempt to get through the Ringing Deeps so that I can make it to the third zone with our earthing.
There you go.
So we'll see what happens. Because I'm not switching characters until I complete the entire storyline with that Earthen Hunter. Then we're going to go and level through Shadowlands.
That's horrible. I don't know why you'd want to do that to yourself.
Because I like making others suffer alongside me. I'm also going to prove that that is not a thing in Shadowlands when we get there.
Yep. Go to the Spirit Halloween in Oribos, which is probably closing up shop as we speak, and so now there's nothing there.
Go to the Halloween and Orbos and get 10% off when you use code Clan Diesel.
There you go.
I heard they charge more if you use Clan Diesel.
I mean, maybe you don't know until you go.
All right, Clint. Do we do any streaming?
Wow, Diz, we sure do. Let me tell you about it. On Monday nights, we do Super Retro Game Show Extreme, a little show where we play through old games because we're old. It's not just the title of this show, it's a way of life. But right now, we're playing through The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And we are in the, what is it, Wind Temple?
Earth Temple.
Earth Temple. So there you go. We still have
We
wind,
got-
water, and heart.
We tried to go to the Wind Temple, but we got blew off. So then
That's
we went to
true.
the Earth Temple.
The Wind Temple blew us, and so we left.
But are we
So
doing that? Is that happening this coming Monday?
Well, normally we would, but not this coming Monday, because this coming Monday is special. This coming Monday, which also may not be at 10:30, please stay tuned to our Discord and our Twitter and stuff for further details. But at some point Monday, we're going to do a special one-off episode of After the Roll because the community has demanded it. So things will be a little bit different since I am the DM this time around. Diz will be the host, and so he will be asking questions. Players will be asking questions. You can join in and ask questions too live at some point Monday. And then also, other than Monday, on Thursdays, we do this show, Three Old Men. It's also at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where myself, Dr. Diz, and our lovely guest, Buck, get together and talk about all kinds of bullshit. And apparently some of you like it because you keep coming back. We appreciate that. But we do that every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on the second and fourth Sundays of the month, we do D&D. That's where we play Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten, which is a D&D 5e campaign created by Dr. Diz and is now being DM'd by me. And both of these guys are in it, along with other players such as Roly BT, Lady Chaotic, Not Degenerous, Russ. Gosh, there's a bunch.
Reekin Streams
is there too. Yep. So just come by the second and fourth Sundays of the month at 7 p.m. right here and check us out live. But you're looking at the guy. Dang it, Clan Diesel, I'm busy cleaning my drywall during those times. But I still want to see your content. What can I do? We got a solution for you, pal. Let me tell you something. We have a cool little thing called NerdTube, and that is our YouTube channel that you can go to. It is in the Twitch chat there. The link is, or it's below us. If you're on YouTube right now, you've already found it. So you can find all past episodes of Super Retro Game Show Extreme, After the Roll, Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten, Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm, which is the sister campaign to The Forgotten, and Three Old Men, this show right here. And also random streams that we've done that we've uploaded to YouTube. So definitely check that out. It's a fun time. Let's see. We also have, here's our link to our Discord. We have socials as is required by law. And we even have merch. You can go and buy some pants if you don't have pants like Buck. Buck don't have pants. Buck needs to go to our store and buy pants so that he can have pants and be legal. And there you go. I think
if it was anything doing with Gnaw, I would get pants.
Yep. I need to just get on that.
We're working on that.
I'm making a note right now.
Yeah.
Nah,
preventing
because
this?
I like retro, but
Yeah.
I am represented in Gnaw.
Yes. Here's a little
Yep.
behind the scenes chat. we just have to make higher quality logos of what we have. That's the only thing preventing us from doing it is art. And I don't do art. Diz does art, but
it's
Diz is
really
busy.
what's preventing us is time.
That's true. Art and time.
But
Because time is required for art, and we don't have time. There you
That's
go.
right.
That's behind the scenes. There you go. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. But yeah, I think that's all of our spiel. You got anything else, Diz?
all right. Well, no, not really. Next time you see us, we'll probably be on Saturday on Double Up Bucks channel playing
Mhm.
some D&D. And the next time we're gonna have some content that is scheduled will be Monday. Again, it's a show that we did a while ago called After the Roll. Talks about our D&D campaign. We get into some rules sometimes and just general tangents about D&D content. We're gonna try to have as many of the players on as we can have, and just get everybody's opinion on how the game's been going, how they like the change in the DM from me to Clan Diesel. See how that's going for them, and just other things like that. So, but we don't know what time, so definitely join the Discord, and it'll be in there. So,
Yep.
Also, all kinds of other stuff in there. You can talk to us.
That's true.
Sometimes we're there. Sometimes I'm there watching anime. I don't do that.
We
that
have
often.
watched some anime. We also watched the
Yeah.
critically acclaimed movie Double Dragon.
We need to finish that. We
We
only
do.
watched half of it.
That's true. We need to finish it.
Join
Alyssa
us
Milano
for
demands
Act
it.
2 of Double Dragon the movie.
Double Dragon. Find out what happens when two brothers go up against mega corporate owner Kogo Shuko, which is actually the T-1000 from Terminator 2.
It is.
Also, two brothers don't look like brothers.
Mm.
Oh,
They act
and
like it though.
then they
100%.
fight
That's
an
true.
amorphous blob of a man.
That's true. A
A
Bobo.
Bobo.
Yep.
A Bobo.
They come and look at for the Lee brothers, Ugg and Home. Coming
All right.
soon
Well,
to our Discord.
I think that's all we got. So if nothing else, come back and join us next Thursday at 10:30. We'll be here going on random tangents again. And we used to have a catchphrase, but we don't anymore. So we'll just leave you with that and see you next time.
That's because we left our lawn.
We did. We left our lawn.
We
way
don't have a
behind.
lawn.
Well, we
Who
took
am
our
I
own
paying to
advice,
mow?
and we're staying off the lawn. See you guys next time.